Hello, good evening. My name is Desiree Perry, and tonight I will be talking about polynomials, how to add, subtract, multiply, and divide polynomials from week 8. So here we go. A polynomial is a math expression that consists of variables and coefficients that involves the operations of addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. First, we will be finding the sum of a polynomial. I will write that out for you. I apologize for my lighting too. It's not the best in my house. I tried to make it so you could see. Okay, so we have 12x squared plus 17x minus 8 plus 4x cubed plus 8x squared minus 5x plus 20. Okay, so since this is an addition, all we have to do is combine like terms and simplify. So we have, when we need to go in from, what is it called? From standard form. So that would be from the biggest number down to the smallest number. So we have 4x cubed. And once we've written that, we can cross it out. And then next we have positive 8x squared and positive 12x squared. So that will be plus 20x squared. And then next we have positive 17x and minus 5x. So that's going to give us positive 12x. Cross these out. And then we have negative 8 and positive 20. And when we combine those, that gives us positive 12. So there is our first answer for our addition, for adding our first polynomial. And then next, we will be doing subtraction. And subtraction is quite similar to the addition, except for you have to distribute then the negative sign and then change the signs that are following it. I'll explain. I'll show you what I mean. So let's do 5x to the fourth minus 2x to the second plus 7x minus 3x cubed plus 2x squared plus x plus 3. Okay, so basically, I mean, it looks kind of like the top one there, except for there's a subtraction sign right here in the middle. And what we are going to do is we are going to distribute that subtraction sign to every term over here and change these signs right here to negatives. And this is a positive, so this is also going to be changed to a negative. So then we rewrite it. Just like so. And then we will combine like terms. We have And this is also, you will also write this in standard form. Everything will always be written in standard form, which is, largest to smallest. So we have 5x to the fourth, and we have minus 3x to the third, and we have negative 2x squared and negative 2x squared, so it's going to give us negative 4x squared. And then we have 7x minus x, that will give us positive 6x, because we're just basically minusing 1x from that 7x there. And then all we have left is negative 3. So that is our answer for the subtraction polynomial. Switch a color here. Okay, so let's go on to multiplying polynomials. And when you're multiplying a polynomial, you'll be using the distributive property. Now I'll show you what I mean by that. So there's these smaller, I guess it'd be like a single polynomial. Let's do 3 times x plus 10. So the distributive property, you just distribute that 3 over, which gives you 3x plus 30. That's an easy one. So then when you have a binomial, which would be 2 terms, you also distribute. So if you would do, let's do x plus 8 times 3x minus 4. A lot of people like to use what they call FOIL distribution, I believe it's called. And FOIL stands for front, outer, inner, and last. I don't really care for remembering it that way. It confuses me because I like to remember it that just when you're multiplying polynomials, you just have to multiply every term, basically. So you're going to multiply the x by these two and the 8 by these two. So that's how I like to remember it. So we'll do x times 3x. It gives us 3x squared. And then we're going to go to, we're going to distribute this x here to this term. So we got x times negative 4, which would be negative 4x. So then we're going to go to the middle here because we already did this one and this one. So now we need to do the 8. So we do 8 times 3x, which is going to give us plus 24x. And then we do 8 times negative 4, which is negative 32. And then we can combine like terms. We have 3x squared, negative 4x, and negative 4x and positive 24x is positive 20x minus 32. So that is our answer for that one. And now when you're multiplying for a trinomial, it's the same thing, just with an extra number. And I will show you what I mean. So let's do 2x plus 4 times 3x squared plus 3x minus 8. I guess, you could do it that same way, but that kind of gets really long and confusing. So an easier way of doing this would be to rewrite it with just these terms in front, and then you'll have two expressions, and then you can combine and simplify like terms. So we could do this. So we'll do 2x times 3x squared plus 3x minus 8 plus, because this is a positive number right here, and then we'll do plus 4, and then we're going to distribute 3x squared plus 3x minus 8. So now we're just distributing this one term like over here to each of these. So let's write it down here. So we have 2x times 3x, that gives us 6x squared. 2x, oh, sorry, that's squared right there. I always miss those. So that would actually be 6x cubed. I always can't see those twos for some reason. Okay, so we have 6x cubed, and then we do 2x times 3x, that would be positive 6x squared. And then we do 2x times negative 8 would be minus 16x. And then we move over to this one. We have plus, so we do 4 times 3x, that would be plus 12x. Oh, and there's a cubed right there. 4 times 3x is plus 12x. And then 4 times negative 8 is negative 32. So now we can combine them. We combine our like terms. So we have 6x cubed, and then we have positive 6x squared, positive 12x squared. So that's going to be plus 18x squared. And then we have negative 16x and positive 12x. That is going to give us, when we combine the two, minus 4x. And then all we have left is minus 32. So that, sorry, it got kind of small. That would be our answer for the trinomial. Okay, so I'm going to scoot this over a little bit. Now we are going to talk about division. There's two ways to do the division portion. There is long division and synthetic division. A lot of people find synthetic division easier and quicker. When I first was studying these, I found them both very difficult. But then tonight doing it, the synthetic definitely seemed to be quicker and less steps. So let's see how they work. So when you're dividing a polynomial by long division, it's kind of the same as long division that we learned when you're in elementary school. So if you have, sorry, this color is very similar to that color. I was trying to find different ones. I guess I don't have any. Let's do black. Okay, so let's do, this would be, oh, that one's dying. Sorry, thought I was prepared. What am I? Let's try this one and see if we can see it. X, I can't see that one either. I guess we'll just keep using purple because we can see that. Okay, x cubed minus 2x plus 4 divided by x plus 4. So to write this in long division form, you're going to do x plus 4 goes into x cubed. And notice how there's not an x squared term right there. So you have to add a x squared term. That way you can keep your numbers straight in order there. So we'll do a plus 0x squared, and then we will continue. And when you're doing long division, you just kind of want to start with the first terms. So basically that would be this term and this term. So we want to think x times what equals x cubed. So if you think about it, that would be x to the first, right? So x to the first. So that would be x cubed. So now we multiply x cubed times x to the first is x cubed. Sorry, that's so small. If I can zoom in. Okay. So now we have x cubed. So now, okay, so now you want to, sorry. Oh, I wonder if I can pause this. No. Okay. So now you're going to do x cubed. So now you're going to do x cubed. Okay, sorry, I remember. So now you're going to do x cubed times 4x, which gives you positive 4x cubed. So instead of subtracting them, I was taught that it's sometimes easier to add the two together and then change the signs on this bottom term here. So we have x cubed minus a positive x cubed minus negative x cubed, that equals 0. And then 0x squared and minus 4x squared is minus 4x squared. And now we will bring down our negative 2x term. And we are going to think of x times what is going to be negative 4x cubed. So we have to think that's going to be negative 4x, right? So now if you do negative 4x times x, that's going to be negative 4x cubed. And then if you do negative 4x times 4, that's negative 16x. So then we're going to add these and change the signs on them. That gives us 0. And this negative 2x and positive 16x is going to be 14 plus 14. And then you're going to bring down the 4 here. And you're going to do 14. You're going to do the whole thing over again. Multiply these. 14x times x is 14x. Oh, sorry. What am I doing? Okay, so we got 14x. And then we do 14 times 4, which is 56. I feel like I'm missing a negative somewhere. I don't know. I thought I was missing a negative somewhere. So That's going to be plus 14. Oh, that's why, because, okay, that's right. So that we're going to add those, change the sign there. So now we have that is going to be 0, then positive 4 plus negative 56 is negative 52. So this is our remainder because we already have our constant term right there. So we have a remainder of negative 52. So the quotient for this division problem is x squared minus 4x plus 14 with the remainder of negative 52. And you write that all over the denominator here, which would be x plus 4. Oh, you can't even see that at all. Right like that. Okay, sorry, I was a little rocky. Now, synthetic division will be a little bit bigger. All right, so we have, I'm going to change colors because I think that would confuse me. Okay, so we have x squared minus 4x plus 7 all divided by x minus 2. So in synthetic division, you want to list your coefficients first. So that right here, we're going to do a box like this. And this would be technically a 1 in front of that x, right? So we have 1, and then we have negative 4, and then we have positive 7 divided by this 2 here. But instead of doing a negative 2, you want to reverse the sign and make it a positive 2. So, what we're going to do first is bring down this 1 here. Oh, right? Yes. So then we're going to multiply 2 times 1 is 2. And we move it over here to the next row. So then we have negative 4 and positive 2. We're going to add these vertically. So negative 4 plus 2, is negative 4 plus 2 is negative 2. And then we're going to go back over here and multiply again. So we do 2 times negative 2 is negative 4. And then we are adding vertically. So 7 plus negative 4 is positive 3. So we know that this 3 is our remainder here. And the reason we know that is because this is an x squared term, and this is technically an x to the first term. So the difference between those is this is just going to be an x here. And it's not going to be x squared or anything higher than that. So our answer is 1x minus 2 with the remainder of 3. And how we can write this correctly would be just an x, because we don't need the 1 in front of it, minus 2 with the remainder of 3 all over the denominator of x minus 2. And there you go. So I hope that I explained everything correctly, and that you could understand and read my writing in this terrible light. And I hope you are having a good week and have a good night. See ya.